We're sitting here right after our Christmas ceremony for 2016 with Pete Madison. He's here with me. It's about 6:15 in the evening. Lovely day, Flathead Lake.
Beautiful.
We'd like to have Pete tell us a highlight of his last year and what's happening in the lives of his children and his grandchildren and what next year might hold for him. So we'll have him say this in his own words.
Well, the year we have been consumed, absolutely consumed by the building of this cabin over here. The highlight of the year started with demolishing that crappy old trailer and hauling it to the dump, and then building a proper cabin, which has turned into a bit more than that.
Indeed it has.
But
it's gorgeous.
It's
gorgeous.
We're moving in, and that is a real milestone. It took a lot of trials and tribulations and fights, and we got her done. And there's lots of room in there, and it's comfortable, and so hopefully we can get over the stress of building it and enjoy it.
It was a while in the making. How long do you intend to live in this building per year?
First of all, we don't intend to live in it.
Oh, okay.
We love our life in Butte, and we'll live in Butte. It's a vacation home.
I see.
So, but
Great.
We'll probably spend more time up here than we have in the past.
Yes. Wonderful. That's quite a highlight.
So, I should mention that I have not golfed as much as usual. I have not ridden my horses hardly at all, and I look forward to the remainder of the year maybe doing some of the other things I really like doing, like getting firewood.
Yes.
So clearing trails around Butte.
Of course.
So now moving on to my children. Reed is totally consumed by his three boys and his job, and he works hard. He and Monique have split, and that's kind of a stressful thing for everybody involved, but they're doing fine. I wouldn't say fine, but doing as good as can be expected.
Yeah.
And then Katie and her boys, they're doing just fine. I'm really pleased to see Russell playing basketball, and he's got a sport to play. We do travel quite a bit and get to California and to Denver, and we went to Minneapolis twice last year. Zach and Sarah are raising the two little ones, and Franny is shuffling between her and her mother and Zach, and we get her out here whenever we can. She comes out for the summer. We've had her for a month this year, which is great. And we also still go to Big Sky, where the whole family goes for a week to Big Sky and skis at New Year's. So that's always a good time.
That's tradition.
And it's something that gets us all together, and it's something that Susan and I don't have to travel 1,100 miles to go.
Go and see your grandchildren.
Yeah. So that's pretty much.
Okay, and what about so Zach, his other children? Zach is in Minneapolis.
He's in Minneapolis and these two little ones are Quinn and Beckett, and they're here with us, and they'll be here all week, which is great. And so we go out for Franny's spring, whatever you call it, her trapeze that she's involved in.
Oh, yes.
And then we were out there for Thanksgiving last year, which was fun.
And she's graduating soon, of course.
She'll be a senior next year. That's scary, isn't it?
And Quinn and Beckett, Quinn is just going into grade 1, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And Beckett is he'll
be going into kindergarten.
Yes.
And I actually got to go to his school, preschool, or whatever you call the year before kindergarten.
Yes.
And meet his teacher.
Huh?
And it turns out she's married to a guy from Montana.
Oh.
a Montana State engineering graduate. So
Oh.
it's a small world.
Small
We had a
world.
great visit.
Oh, wonderful.
So
Great. So you've got the grandchildren. You've got quite a few grandchildren.
I
That's
have
the total. Yes, you've got 8 total.
yeah,
So a lot to look after.
and I was 67 before I had any.
Oh,
So that's pretty good
boom,
accomplishment.
boom, boom. Now tell me, what do you have coming up in the year coming, the next year?
The year next year is going to be back to what I call normal, which is horses and firewood and golf in Butte and coming up here and just chilling out, as the younger generation
As the
would
young
say.
people say, children.
And I guess, while it's not a highlight, I will turn 80 next year.
Woo!
I'm not 80 yet.
Yes. Well, Donna has done it, and she's looking fine. So I'm sure you will as well. Yes.
I should say that I enjoy playing golf from the forward tees. That's my handicap.
Yes.
All these guys, and I can, with that little bit of help on distance, I can compete with them.
That's the red tees for those of you non-golfers. There.
So yeah.
That's great. Okay.
So there's my grandson Beckett.
Here he is, right here, and I'm interviewing your grandpa.
Do you have anything to say for the record?
Don't ask. It'll be POOP.
He will talk all day long. Well, thank you for your time, Pete, and
And thank you for doing this every year. This
On-
is wonderful.
on behalf of the Lake Lot, thank you for being here. Thank you, and over and out.